guys, we're going to cut our piggy mask today. And so I am going with, on the back side of that pink side of the plate, getting a cup and putting it in the middle-ish section of the page. Now this is going to end up being the piggy nose. And so if you want to put it a little bit lower on one side, you certainly may, but you don't have to. So I'm going to hold that down and I'm going to go ahead and just trace a little circle around that cup, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. And don't worry about trying to avoid your name because we will rewrite our name on there if we need to. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully get a ruler. Now I don't want to mash the plate down. I'm just very, very gently just kind of holding this in place. Again, I'm not mashing it down because I don't want it to flatten out that plate too much. And then I'm just going to draw a little line going straight across like that. Whoop. All right. Now, if it helps, what you can do is you could go ahead and erase part of that circle because you don't want to cut out that entire circle. I've had a lot of artists make that mistake. Okay, so if that helps to erase one side of that circle so that you don't accidentally cut that whole circle, that is fine. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and start to cut. And then with my scissors, when I get to that circle, I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to cut around, like so. Okay, so now I have something that looks like that. The next thing I'm going to do is right where that little circle and that straight line meet, I'm going to kind of run my pencil up right there and then come out like that. So it's kind of like a little leaning upside down U. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and go whoop. And those are going to be my little eye holes. So I'm going to go ahead at the same time. I'm going to cut those out. Notice I'm actually cutting a little bit bigger than I have those drawn, and that is absolutely fine. I'm turning that plate as I cut too. I think that kind of helps. And I'm approaching it several different angles. However works best for you. My scissors are a little big. So now I have those eye holes. They're not perfectly even, so if I want to even them out, I could, but you don't have to. Don't worry about it if you don't want to. There we go. So now I've got my little eye holes, my piggy nose, so you can see how that's looking right now. Ah, really, really cute. Now, on this next part, I am going to take this little smaller part. I'm going to cut out just two kind of triangle-ish type shapes, and those are going to be my little ears. Easy peasy. Now, when you're done with that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking around, and I am going to be stapling these little ears to your plate like this. Boop. Easy peasy. So you can see this right here. Easy peasy. Now while I am walking around and stapling these down, what you can do is you can draw two circles, and we're doing this with crayon. Two circles right here. What are these? These are the nostrils, and then filling these in. You're not doing these with Sharpie markers because the Sharpies tend to run out of ink and dry up on this really thick paint, even though the paint's dry. So that's why we're using the crayon. The crayon actually is going to show up a good bit better. And so there is our piggy mask. And what it's going to look like at the very end, we're going to have little ties in here. And this is going to go around your head. And this is going to be absolutely adorable for the 3 Piggy Opera. Thanks, guys.